Man, the most unfortunate event for that is that some of these kids were affected. Nobody was hurt physically, nobody whatever, but there was a couple kids that were shaken up, and you're throwing an event where the youngest kid there is probably 11, 12. I think there's some GED graduates there. That might have been a little bit older, maybe 19, 20. But you could see, not only just fear on the face, but actual sort of trauma, if you will. Some of the kids have been affected by gun violence before, whether that been siblings, whatever it was, and that hurts your heart just to know that that one of these kids may have said some things was like, man, I wish I had mine, and I was like, you shouldn't have to feel that you need anything on you. And it's not like it was not like the event was late. It was the event went on from 5 to 6:30, so somewhere around that 5:45 range in the middle of. Heart hurts for a kid to feel like he needs to be strapped up, or he needs to feel like he has to protect himself in a world where, man, at 13, 14 years old, you should be worried about basketball. You should be worried about homework. You should be worried about getting A's, and not worried about the outside world affecting your inside world.
Back to the Monday event, did you have to talk to some of the kids after, and what was it like?
After, during, during.
What was it like
during? I think I stepped into the back of politics to sign some autographed yearbooks for the kids, and I didn't even get into the main part or get back to the main part of the store when kids rushed into the whatever, and I was like, hey, what's going on? Bang, bang, bang. And more kids rushed in, and I think people at Sneaker Politics did a great job of locking the door, getting back to the back. I think they did a great job of ushering kids in. I think the Saints staff that was there, Alex Restrepo, Alicia Bouchard, and my dog Adam. I've got to learn Adam's last name. That's embarrassing. I've only known him for 4 years. Sheesh, 5? Okay, yeah, that's embarrassing. But you talk about, how they're able to corral people, get everybody in the back, and make sure, count heads, do everything they need to do. And people at Yep, was very orderly about protecting their own, getting everybody in the right positions in terms of safety, and then just being able to recover from that and finish the event. I'm inspired sometimes just by the kids that were there, because they didn't let it truly affect them. It didn't dampen the mood. Once police showed up, everything came out, we were able to resume. And sort of talk about it, which hopefully opens up good dialogue on the drive home, which I've gotten some feedback from that, which did. At the end of the day, bro, the next wave is the future. These kids growing up now is really going to be the people who shift and hopefully change narratives of what New Orleans will be. So it's that important to me to try and get back to.
Does something like that just, I guess, reinvigorate or renew your mission to maybe try to influence as many kids and try to get them out of the situation? I know you can't help everybody.
I wish
Right.
I could just get them all out the situation. I mean, looking at them, again, when you think about the teenage years, clearly, there's in my high school back in Arizona, Chandler High, there was fights, whatever it was, but I don't really recall feeling the need to carry anything. Granted, my mother had me on a strict, curfew time there. She didn't play that. That was back in the days of, if the lights turned off, it was derriere, and you were still outside. But again, this is the day and age that we live. New Orleans has to change to feel a little bit more safe for our next generation. So hopefully that'll keep on pushing forward. So it's always going to be imperative for me to try and be in my community. And if that's the next initiative that needs to start up, let's find it. Let's figure it out.